All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol and Nndm Nano Dimensions. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So here we are with Nano Dimensions recovering from those lows here at around 765, 766, give or take, and it's starting to rise back up. So I think the worst of the hit that this was going to receive from the offering, right, that's supposed to end tomorrow, has already happened. Now we want to watch carefully tomorrow how this reacts. If it continues to work its way up, then the offering has already been executed. We've seen the impact that it has on the stock, or it can actually look like there's a reversal here and it's working its way back up, and after the offering is over, it'll start a slight downtrend. I'm not saying that it's going to get destroyed completely, but it could start to work its way down, because I've seen that happen in some previous offerings as well. Like things kind of cool down and people kind of stay away from Nano Dimensions overall due to the fact that the uncertainty with the offering and so forth, they're not too sure when was it going to end and so forth. Not everyone comes across these videos. Not everyone comes across different research platforms. Some people find the information on their own, and some people kind of, feel hesitant until they see some indicators based off of their comfortability, right? Because every single investor, and I've noticed this over time, has a level of entry and exit that they're most comfortable in according to what their chart is showing them, right? A lot of you guys might look at my videos here and you still have your own points of reference, but having more than one perspective is always good and something to follow, right? That's the whole point of these videos. That's the whole purpose here, for you guys to have an extra set of eyes that are seeing the chart, because I know that most of you guys, just like me, know how to look at charts, know how to go ahead and see these points of reference and understand them, but having another fresh set of eyes giving you more confirmation is always good, right? You guys are experts as well. Just like I'm an investor, you're an investor. And like I always say, it's not just my voice here and these charts. You guys have a voice as well. And I really appreciate every single one of you that step up and state your perspective, your theories, what you're seeing, what you think, because it's all valid. Obviously, we still have to do our due diligence and research. I would never say, everything I say in a video is set in stone, the perfect way to see things. Just because I see it one way doesn't mean that is the way, right? But I do my best based off of my knowledge and what I see and understand to share with you guys. And when you guys share down below, I would tell every single investor and viewer to always research what is being stated and not just confirm it and base your research solely off of one source. I always say that. Don't base yourself off of me and my source here through Invest for Tomorrow or any investor's information down below. But it's always good to see different informations and other investors confirm it as well, or rebuttal it and see why one is rebutting it. Maybe they have lack of information in that particular comment or perspective, or they know that that's not the truth. And then there's the ones that can actually confirm that's the truth, and then someone else comes and talks about it again, like yesterday, which I'm going to talk about that in my next video later tonight when I talk about if ARK Invest bought more, so stay tuned for that. But I'm going to talk about how I came across, it's kind of funny how I came across it because I wasn't looking for it, and two people commented down below, and they are correct, that Nano Dimensions was added to another portfolio. And I'm going to tell you guys why being added to that portfolio is a big deal. Now, some of you may agree with me or disagree with me, but it's a big deal. And the amount that was added to that portfolio is pretty big. It's a big position. So we've definitely passed the total amount of 5 million shares that I thought Nano Dimensions was going to play a role in ARK. Now, obviously, it's not all in the same, ETF. It's dispersed among two ETFs, but we're going to see it. It's going to be interesting. So valid information like that is always cool. I appreciate it from all of you guys, and I want to say that to every single investor viewing. So let's jump into this. And to any investor that has always felt that want to state something and, wasn't sure, like it's all right to say the wrong thing or the right thing. Obviously, I want everyone to share as much right and valid information as they can, but we're not perfect, and that's okay. But you all have a voice. That's what I really want to get across to every single investor and every single viewer here in Invest for Tomorrow. So one important thing right now, our resistance from yesterday to today was broken through in the up direction, down direction, up direction, and kind of settled above it. Right now, the stock price is sitting on that resistance. When a resistance is broken, it gets turned into a support, right? And right now, that's a support that needs to be used to pull up. If not, this could end up in bearish territory. So I want every single investor to be aware of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and base this off the highest point reached in the day. And then we're going to talk about the lowest point in this leveling off, because yesterday's support is way down here. And just like we see it get touched, it was used as support again to lift itself up. So there's new support levels that have been formed. So 806 was actually touched and brought right back up. So that was a good point of reference to pay close attention to. It did not get broken through, and the bulls were able to bring themselves up, and that's how you can see this whole tug of war effect going on today. So let's see here. So our 50-day moving average is 845. As long as we're above it, we're in bullish territory. The moment we're below it, we're in bearish territory. So we want to watch this very carefully. There's a tug of war, like I said, going on since yesterday to today, and specifically today between the 50-day moving average, resistance level, support. But when you look at it in a broader perspective, we are moving up, and that is a good sign. But we want to watch it carefully, because tomorrow, according to what we stated yesterday's video, talking about the total offering and the date of closure, it should end by the 30th. I am curious to see how this is going to affect tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to see how ARK Invest has reacted to this slight rise, or are they waiting for tomorrow, or are they going to continue their purchasing behavior at the amounts that they've been purchasing. So I look forward, like I said, that's going to be in later video tonight, so stay tuned for that. So let's talk about here our support. Our new support here is 838. If 838 gets broken through, the bears accomplished two things. They broke through the 50-day moving average, getting into bearish territory, and they're breaking through the support level, which is now in bearish territory and pulling this down into newer lows. So those two things have been accomplished, and breaking through 838 gives the bears leverage, not just 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average is confirmation that we're in bearish territory, and breaking through support starts to give them leverage. It was touched twice too throughout the day in this leveling off. So 838, very important point to watch and pay close attention to as this unravels and plays out tomorrow. Now, on the other hand, we have the highest point reached in the day, and that's 892. Now, before 892, we do have other resistance levels that we can use and look at, very narrowed, but I just want to go straight to the most important resistance level for this to work its way up to newer highs, pull further away from the 50-day moving average, and reach up to newer levels, and that's 892. 892 needs to be broken through, turn into a support so that the bulls can pull away further away from the 50-day moving average, and in that upward direction, use that staircase effect to work their way up and turn 892 into a support so that this can break away to newer highs and new resistance levels, right? So, like I stated, we're going to pay close attention to these cues. It's going back up right now so far. Tomorrow, the offering ends. We need to see how it affects the stock and also see how it affects it moving forward, because like I said, there's been moments where these offerings kind of end and it looked like there's a recovery and it starts to work its way back down. And then from that point forward, it kind of levels off. As long as it doesn't break through the lows here of 765, I mean, the stock will be holding itself up pretty nicely, even if it was to go in the downward direction. And we need to watch it carefully to see when it's going to start rising again. And we have some resistance levels to go ahead and pay close attention to, which I'll go into more detail about tomorrow to kind of give you guys where I want to put my emphasis on what we need to see and what we have to have written down moving forward. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're a first-time viewer and found this helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.